Today's day 20. What's been done so far? Well, over 10,000 verified requests through FEMA. I know that some people have a reticence about dealing with government. No one is going to be in any way accused of anything, disadvantaged, anything if they sign up. We just want to help people. There's of course this incredible help from the Red Cross and a lot of resources that they're bringing to people. We also need to have people sign up because we need to know the scope of how many houses that we build. We're not going to build anything permanent at all until the people of Lahaina tell us that. But we need to know the best we can of how many houses that we need. We will care for you. We will make sure that there is a way to keep you sheltered and housed, but just make sure you sign up. Republicans and Democrats and everybody, we just want them to see what went on here, what suffering occurred, so that they can help us with their continuing resolution and resources. My apologies if it took a little time to get into the zone and see things. Just know that the whole state has been reaching out to us, and then the whole nation. I think it's important that people do recognize these milestones. I want them to feel confident that we will help over time to get people back to their lives. There will be no survivors that we'll discover at this point. We'll only find people that were not on that list, that they didn't need to be on the list of unaccounted for people. There are a couple other sensitive spots that were underwater that had to be investigated. If you've lost a loved one, if you wonder, come and get a swab so that we can get some closure for you. I will say this, there are other messages to share. Messages that you would think callous but aren't. Like, for example, we want people to travel back to Maui and to Hawaii, not to West Maui right now because we're recovering, but to Maui in general, because many people here, now they're in shelter, will go and work somewhere and they will pay for their kids' tuition, or they will pay to begin for the down payment on a car. So we're encouraging the world to travel here to the other side for the most part of the island, even during this tragedy, because that will help them recover. The state will step up and help Maui more than ever, but we can't have a year go by where people don't, begin to return. The pharmacy people asked me to get their pharmacy building opened up sooner so they can deliver services. A lot of people have asked to get into their house. That's very common as a request, and they want to know exactly when that's going to happen. Some people were still stunned enough, even though it's been shared many times, sign up with Red Cross and FEMA, they were still feeling confused about what to sign up, and that's why it's so good that everyone knows to sign up here and now so they know when they can get resources. Some people asked, will I not have a house after 30 days? And we want to be really clear that I've signed a 36-week contract, for example, just to start. But it's a large contract. It was a $99 million contract right off the bat to make sure that we have the commitment to people that are wondering, where am I going to be in 6 weeks, 3 months, and so on. Some people asked about unemployment, whether or not they had to go look for jobs immediately. They don't. 2 days in, we authorized the Attorney General to do a comprehensive review, which we're now describing purely as an investigation for clarity. There's no bias at all. Yes?
Are they opening up though? I mean, they're suing, everyone's suing each other at this point. So I mean, how open are HECO and the county being, and can they be, frankly, with her, given the fact that, massive litigation is pending?
Everyone in a circumstance like this, they're also traumatized. And so they don't know what to say and when to say it, but they know that they will have to work with our Attorney General. We feel that we have to be a neutral party. And frankly, we'll expect our work to be gone over with a fine-tooth comb too. The fire was complex. It was in many parts of the county, but we will go over the timetable. We'll go over what could have been done. We're reviewing every policy that you can imagine under the sun. Historically, the sirens were used, as you know, for tsunamis and hurricanes. But obviously, in this climate after this tragic fire, the siren was used just days ago because there was no way possible not to use that after the discussion that we've had. We're all assessing what could have been done better. In this particular case, my early assessment is the complex nature of the wind combined with fire compounded the disaster. We anticipate that we're going to have lots of findings that will show us where we fell down and where we rescued people. But the fire came through at 81 miles per hour at its peak.